Hey guys, this is Abhishek from GadgetsReviews.com, and today we have LG G Flex with us, and this has been announced in India right now. Although it won't come as of now today, and LG is going to provide this device, I guess, in the later month of January in next year in 2014. So here we have the device with us, and we are going to give you an initial overview and a kind of a review as well about this device. So in terms of the design, this device has a very revolutionary design. As you can see, it has got a curved display, which you can easily notice once you look at it like this, and it does give you pretty good viewing angles as well. So there are some major advantages of the curved display which we have on this device. One of it is that it will be better for you in case you are calling on the phone. So because it has a curved display, so it will suit your face pretty easily. It is pretty good in terms of the overall form factor. In that case, the viewing angles on this device are going to be better when you view the screen from sideways, because the curved display will give you a better viewing angles. And when it comes to the scrolling as well, the scrolling is going to be difficult because the one-handed usage of this device becomes much more easy as the display is curved, so you can easily scroll down the web page with your thumb once you hold this device in one hand. So it also increases the overall one-handed usage to a greater level. Apart from this, when it comes to the real flexibility, this part of the display which is there, the build of this device is so solid that even if you place this device like this, and if you bend it, and if you even apply a 40 kg pressure as per LG claims on this device, nothing will happen to the device. The display will bend, and you can actually make the display go flat if you apply extra pressure over here. We will do a separate video on that and how you can do it. Again, it is not recommended in case you have a device with use, but we will definitely demonstrate this to actually show you the build quality of this device. So in terms of the overall hardware specification, this device has pretty good hardware specification, very much similar to the hardware specification which we have seen on LG G2 as well. And another good thing about this device is the self-healing technology. So on the back side, we have seen a very different kind of a material over here, as you can see, which will resist to the fingerprints and scratches. And one good thing about this device as far as the back side is concerned is that even when you put some scratches with keys or anything, unless the scratches are that much deep, it will actually automatically heal itself. So it has the automatic healing technology, and we will do a separate video on that as well. So right now we won't be able to demonstrate you, but again it has self-healing technology, which is again going to give you a better look and feel of the device, even when you accidentally scratch your device with some object over there in your pocket. So apart from this, let me just give you overview of the device. At the top you have the secondary mic for noise cancellation. At the back side we have the power and sleep key, and you have the volume rocker. Again, the design of the volume rocker and the power and sleep key is the same which we have seen on LG G2. You have the camera over here, which is a 13 megapixel camera. Then you have an LED flash over here, and then you have an IR blaster over here, as you can see. And when it comes to the loudspeaker, the loudspeaker is actually placed not at the edges but at the bottom over here. And again, because of the design, because it has a curved design, so even if you place this device like this on a table, the loudspeaker won't get blocked that much, because it has a curved design, and the loudspeaker sound will keep on coming, and the audio from the loudspeaker will not get muffled to a greater extent, but still it will get muffled because the placement of the loudspeaker is actually at the back. And if we take a look at the bottom, we have the micro USB port for data syncing and charging. We have a primary mic for voice calling. You have a headphone jack at the bottom, 3.5 headphone jack. On this side we have no buttons. On the top we have no buttons. On this side as well we have no buttons. Here we have a SIM card tray slot, and it is going to be a single SIM device which is going to launch in India, and it is not going to be LTE capable. This is the 3G variant of the LG G Flex, which is going to come in India, and it will accept a micro SIM, not a normal size SIM card. As far as the interface is concerned, it is running the same Optimus UI which we have seen on LG G2. In terms of the overall interface, this interface is quite fluid and snappy. There is no lag of any kind which we can notice on the device. We have a nice earpiece over here, as you can see, and then we have the front camera over here, and again the front camera on this device is a 2 megapixel camera. So here we have the device with us, and if we take a look over the device, this device definitely looks very premium in terms of the overall build quality. The kind of material which we see on the back side is definitely very much different, and this kind of material with self-healing technology I haven't seen in any other phone, and it is actually much smoother than any other Samsung glossy phones which you might have seen earlier. So in terms of the smoothness, it is very smooth, and it will definitely resist the fingerprints and scratches quite easily. Although you will notice the fingerprint, but the scratches won't be that visible on this display unless they are very deep. So in terms of the specification, let me just talk about the specifications of this device. In terms of the specification, it has a Snapdragon 800 quad-core processor, and you have 177 gram of the weight of this device, which is the actual weight, and it is again not very heavy at all. You can easily hold the device in one hand without any issues. In terms of the thickness, it is also pretty thin. It is only 8.7 millimeter in terms of the overall thickness, which is again pretty good. You have a curved display, and basically the back part of the device is also kind of curved, so it will give you a nice grip, firmer grip, basically a very good grip when you hold the device in one hand. You have a curved plastic OLED display on this device, and again the resolution of this display is 720, and that is a 720p display. That means you have 720 into 1280 as far as the resolution is concerned. But again, at this resolution you won't notice the pixelation of the screen. Even when you take a closer look, even with naked eyes or with camera, you cannot actually notice the pixelation. It gives you around pixels density of around 245 pixels per inch, which is again pretty good. You have 32 GB of RAM on this device. You have 32 GB of internal storage on this device and 2 GB of RAM, and it is the Snapdragon 800 processor. When it comes to the other specifications, you have a 13 megapixel camera at the back with LED flash, and you have the volume rocker and the power and sleep key with the same kind of design which we have seen on LG G2 as well. As far as the back camera is concerned, the back camera is capable of recording high definition video at 1080p at 30 frames per second as well as at 60 frames per second. It does have HDR mode as well, and we will just show you the camera interface as well. As far as the front camera is concerned, it is a 2.1 megapixel camera, fixed focus camera, but again it can record high definition video at 1080p at 30 frames per second. You have the proximity and ambient light sensor over here. You have the nice metallic earpiece. At the bottom, we see the touch capacitive buttons which are there within the display, so they will take some part of the screen resolution, and that is not a very good thing. But again, if you take a look over the settings, so once we go into settings and if we take a look over the about version, and again this is the same phone which is going to be available in India by January end, I guess, and it is running Android 4.2.2 as far as the version of Android is concerned. When we take a look over the storage scenario, let me just show you the storage of this device as well. So under storage section, we can see that out of 32 GB, around 24.08 GB is actually available to the user, so you can install applications on this. And again, you do not have support for micro SD memory card. That means you cannot expand the storage of this device once you buy the 16 GB. Again, the 32 GB version is definitely good and pretty much high in terms of the storage space, so you won't have much to complain. But 16 GB variant is not going to be something which you may want to get. Basically, in terms of the RAM usage, as you can see, we have around 697 MB of RAM which is being used out of 2 GB, and you get around 1.1 GB of RAM free on this device, which is again fairly good. So you will get good performance when it comes to the UI. The UI is responsive, there is no problem. You can have different kind of animations which you can apply into this UI. The application which company installed are the Google set of applications. Then you also get LG applications, some LG related applications which the company installed. You also get Task Manager and other applications as well. And then you have LG Smart World which company installed. Apart from this, you also get a file manager which company installed with this device. So you get a large number of things as far as this device is concerned. So when it comes to the processor, the model number of the processor or the chipset is MSM 8974. You have a quad core 2.26 GHz carry at 400 processor. The GPU on this device is 400. The GPU on the device is Adreno 330, which is the GPU. You do have accelerometer sensor, gyro sensor, proximity and compass sensor as well, so it will give you precise navigation as well in terms of the overall navigation capabilities. Let me just show you an idea, give you an idea about the camera capability of this device. So we have an iPhone with us as of now, and I'm going to take this photo, and again I'm taking this photo right now in low light scenarios. You do have tap to focus, and let me just take this photo and let's see how does this photo actually come out to be in terms of the overall clarity. So if you actually take a closer look over this photo, the photo is not too good in terms of the, you can say, in terms of the clarity or the details, but in terms of the colors it is pretty good. So again, the low light performance of the device seems to be pretty good, but we will tell you more once we do the full review of this device. We will also take some shots. Let me just take macro shot as of now and show you the quality of that. So we have just taken another photo, and let me just show you this photo now. So when it comes to the clarity, this photo looks pretty good. You can easily zoom in and read the text which is there on the display. And again, it is not clear because of very low light which we have as of now over here when we are testing this camera. But again, the camera performance seems to be pretty good. You do have the other regular set of applications. The UI is kind of snappy. There is no problem with the UI as well. The phone dialer, let me just show you the phone dialer, and here we have the phone dialer. You do not have the option of making a video call directly from the phone dialer. That is again a different thing. And when it comes to the messaging application is again optimized to make it look different. And again, one thing which is good about the curved display which we have on this device is that you can actually type on this device without any issues. And again, this is not the final device, this is a demo device, so that is why you are seeing this keyboard over here. But you will be easily able to type on this device without any issues. At this display size, the 720p resolution is okay. So let me just correct myself. The display size on this device is a 6-inch display, and you have around 720 into 1280. That is the resolution of the display. And again, the pixel density is not too high, but again, the phone does not feel like a problem as far as the pixel density. In terms of the colors, I would say the colors are pretty good, nicely saturated on this display. There is no problem. But when it comes to the whiteness level, the white does not feel very white basically. And let me just give you an idea. So if you actually take a look, the white on this display is not the vibrant white which we have seen on other phones. So it is kind of a shade which we see on the white color basically. Apart from that, the colors are not a problem on this display, and we will let you know more about this device once we get this device for full review. This is a quick hands-on review as of now. Do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video if this video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.